Welcome back. On today's episode of Bible Blueprint of the Old Testament, we are looking at the book of Ezra. Ezra is 15th in order of the Old Testament. There are 10 chapters in the book of Ezra, and the type of book it is history. An overview of Ezra. Ezra records the end of the great exile and the return of Jews to Jerusalem. Under Cyrus, the king of Persia, the people were allowed to return to Jerusalem to rebuild the temple. Another 60 years later, King Artaxerxes of Persia chose Ezra to lead more Jews back to Israel with funds and materials to beautify the temple. Now, the book of Ezra was written around 450 BC. The time period covered is 550 to 510 BC, and the author is Ezra the scribe. Now, there are two sections to the book of Ezra. Number 1, struggle to restore the temple. We see this in chapters 1 through 6. King Cyrus of Persia aids in the return of the Jews to Jerusalem and instructs them to rebuild the temple. The work begins, but after the altar is rebuilt and the foundation laid, construction is halted by the Samaritans who challenge the Jews. The temple is finally completed when King Darius of Daniel's lion's den renews the decree of King Cyrus to build the temple. The second section is struggle with the need for spiritual reform. We see this in chapters 7 through 10. About 60 years later, King Artaxerxes offers support by sending Ezra back to Jerusalem with supplies to decorate the temple. Upon arriving in Jerusalem, Ezra learns that the Jew who had arrived earlier had intermarried with heathen nations, and he advises them to repent. The Jews repent and separate themselves from other nations. All right, that brings us to the end of our overview of the book of Ezra. That's all for now. God bless.